Hey everybody, Nate Appleby here, bringing you another skill in our series of 7 from our excellent book by Eric Worre, GoPro, How to Become a Network Marketing Professional, The 7 Steps, The 7 Skills. This is GoPro skill number 3, and that skill is presenting your product or opportunity to your prospects. Pretty excited about this one, as I am about any of them, but this skill in particular really helps us to keep in mind, what our focus is, and our focus is not us. Our focus is the prospect, helping them. And so I'm just going to jump right in here, keep this short and sweet for you guys, so these training videos don't get too long and you can get back to income producing activities and growing your teams. So here we go. So as we've learned before, skill number 1 was make the active candidate list. Skill number 2 was the proper invite, and now skill number 3. So we're trying to get people through the invite to look at a tool or attend an event of some kind, meet with us, whatever that is. And one thing that's very important to remember is that if you're physically with that person, there's some things you really need to understand. And the biggest thing is that you are not the issue, okay? Eric talks about that when he got started in network marketing, he thought he was the most important thing, and he needed to be the expert on all the facts associated with the company and the product, so that when everybody asked him questions, he'd have the answers right away. Sounds logical, doesn't it? Here's what would happen. Someone would say, he'd sit down with him and say, let me tell you all about the products. Let me tell you all about our company. Let me tell you all about our compensation plan. Let me tell you all about the blah, 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 blah. There's big problems with this approach, you guys, especially if you want to build a large and successful organization. No matter how much you learn, there's still going to be questions that you won't know the answers to. Bottom line. There's since you're presenting yourself as an expert, if you get stumped, people are going to question the whole thing. They're going to question the product, question you, question Young Living, question the opportunity. So don't present yourself as the expert. You're not. You're never going to be, and you don't want to be. The second problem was most of your prospects are going to know that you're not an expert, okay? Because a month ago or 6 months ago even, you weren't doing this. You didn't even know about essential oils, so how could you be an expert? How could you be an expert on network marketing now, since you've been doing it for 2 months? You're not. We're never going to be. You don't want to be, okay? So when you present yourself as such an authority figure, people just aren't going to believe you, and they're going to be more skeptical. Here's the biggest one, though. The third problem is really that even if you're successful at being an expert, other members on your team aren't going to have the same desire or willingness to learn everything you do. And I've seen this so often in Young Living. So many people get to silver, for example. I've just kind of really seen, I was at the silver retreat. There's a lot of silvers, and a lot of those silvers know so much. They know more than I do about the products, and mainly about the products. And they just talk like such an expert all the time. And we started talking about duplication. How many builders do you have on your teams? And this isn't all of them, but this is just a lot of them that I met. There's no duplication. They're doing all the work. Everybody comes to them. Okay, you see the problem there? You can't duplicate a business. I'm trying to duplicate myself, and so that my business will grow, so that I can get a residual income coming in every month that replaces my other work, so that I have the option to say to my other work, I don't want to do you anymore. I don't want to train you anymore. I don't want to coach this class anymore. I want a life. And if I want residual income from Young Living, I have to duplicate myself. That's what you guys want. You want duplication. So you can't be the go-to guy for every presentation. You can't be do every make and take. You can't do every intro class. You've got to make this so simple that anybody can do it, and anybody that wants to can do it, okay? So duplication is the key. The network marketing professionals never make themselves the issue. They never present themselves as an expert. They act as that consultant who connects people or prospects to tools events, or other members on the team who could help them become more educated. Very important. When the prospect asks a question, they guide them to the answer. They don't give them the answer necessarily every time. It's very important. Guide them to the answer. Empower them to figure out where you're finding answers so they can find them as well. Once this happens, you'll start to comprehend what duplication is. The pros know that you could sign someone up and dazzle them with your expertise and wow, you know, so-and-so knows so much about these oils or the business or this company, but then it's going to take a long time for that person to know what you know. So here is the key. Here's the concept. This should be ringing a bell in your head all the time. If you're trying to grow a business, and if you're watching this, listening to this, you want to grow a business. In network marketing, it doesn't matter what works. It only matters what duplicates. Let me say it again. In network marketing, it doesn't matter what works. It only matters what duplicates. Okay? And that's what we're working on, is backing off, not being the expert, and what can duplicate, what can work. So the pros use tools instead of their own wisdom. The pros use live events, intro classes, trainings, instead of their own presentations. The pros use other distributors, other members to give the facts instead of giving them themselves. The pros bring passion, enthusiasm, excitement, and belief. If you've ever seen a pro at work, you see a fire in them that's contagious. Make passion, enthusiasm, excitement, and belief your priority. Then invite them and let the third-party tool class do the rest. Learn to tell your story. Learn to tell your why. It's very important. We talked about this why. Why do you want to do this? Keep refining that, narrow it down. Why do you want to do this? People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. People aren't interested in how much you know, they're interested in your story, as long as you don't bore them to death. Okay? I want to read to you Eric Worre's story or intro or why that he shared for years with people. It's pretty cool. This is Eric. Hi, my name is Eric Worre, and I'm a retired underachiever. I had 18 jobs by the age of 23 and was starting to think of my future, that when my future wasn't looking so good. I was embarrassed by my lack of results, and I was desperately looking for a way to make something of my life. In January of 1988, I was introduced to network marketing, and it has changed my life. Instead of being afraid of the future, now I'm excited about it. So there was kind of an intro that Eric would use. The theme of it is simply this. What's your background? What are some of the things you didn't like about your background? How has network marketing or Young Living come to the rescue for you? Your results, and then the fourth part is your results or how you feel about your future. So let me repeat those. So the four things are: number one, what's your background? Number two, what are the things you don't like or didn't like about your background? Number three, how does network marketing or your company, Young Living, come to the rescue? And number four, what are your results or how do you feel about your future going forward? You want to model successful people. And that's what we're trying to do here. Network marketing is so fantastic because you get to earn while we learn. You get to earn income while we learn how to do it, while we get better and better, while we read books like Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and we become better people, and we learn how to think better, and we get better and better while we're earning an income and sharing this with other people. So learn your story, share it with as many people as you can, and use tools and third party. So to summarize, when you're prospecting, when you're inviting, when you're talking to people, you're the messenger. You're not the message. Get yourself out of the way and use a third-party tool. Number two, learn to tell your story in a way that will make your prospects curious to hear more. Don't bore them. Don't give them every detail, but draw them in. Number 3, when it comes to presenting in front of a group of people, preparation is very important. When you're prepared, it's a lot of fun. And I know that for a lot of you, if you're on Denise's team, her intro to oils class, she has a guide that she goes off of, and you guys all have available to you to use. Super simple for you, super simple. That's duplication right there. Fantastic, I love it. A couple things that are coming down for us, for the team. Denise is coming up with, within a few days, no pressure on her, but she's got a presentation she's going to record, an intro to oils presentation. What's going to be great about that is, obviously you guys know I'm in San Diego and a lot of you are in Colorado or other states. And I have a huge team in Minnesota as well. And so you have to learn how to do this business when you can't go right across the street or drive to the other side of town. And so she's going to record a presentation for the team, which is an intro to oils presentation that you can then invite someone to take a look at this, and then you send them a link to this video that she's going to make, and then you follow up with her. Fantastic. So that's coming. The other thing that's coming as well is I am coming up with a couple videos, working on them right now. Be patient with me, working on them. Number 1 is a video which really explains my why behind the business, and I hope that'll help some of you out. It's going to be a little longer, maybe 2 to 5 minutes. I'm not exactly sure yet how long it'll be, but it's going to really get in depth with what my why is. Why do I do this? The second video I'm working on, I'm not exactly sure how long. I want to keep it around 10 minutes if possible. And it's going to basically be me. And I'm going to kind of give a mini business presentation, which will include a shorter version of my why, but really focus on the business side, network marketing, freeing families, bringing mom home, dad home, both home, creating the residual income that people need. And that'll be another amazing tool that you guys can then send a link to that video of mine for anyone who wants to do that, who that's their why. You're like, hey, you need some extra money, you hate that job, check this out. Check out my upline leader Nate's video. This is his why. Man, we're getting on board. So we're creating these tools to help you guys so that we can all succeed, because this is such a wonderful business, a wonderful company, and we get to help each other out along the way to success. So thanks you guys for this time. This is GoPro skill number 3, and look forward to doing skills 4 through 7 with you. And again, anytime you guys have questions, feel free to contact me, email, text, phone call, Facebook message. I'm here for you. Okay? Thanks a lot.